In this video, I'm going to share my honest advice to any real estate agent that's hoping to get rich. Let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. If you're into real estate and building a real estate empire, this channel is for you. We talk about real estate investing, real estate entrepreneurship, and building your real estate empire. Before we get started, I do want to offer you our script book. It's for real estate agents and it's called the Black Book of Real Estate Scripts. Inside, you're going to find a bunch of different scripts that you can use for your prospecting and over 20 different objection handlers to help you overcome those hard objections so you can start setting more appointments and getting more clients. Click the link down below and grab your copy. So we've all heard the age-old saying, 90% of millionaires are made in real estate. I heard the statistic when I was just 22 years old and I got my license shortly after. I walked away from a good corporate job to start my real estate career and become an agent. The first couple years were a little bit bumpy, but I got through them and I've pushed on to become a real estate team leader. We have a real estate team of 10 agents and 2 transaction coordinators, and it's been a wild ride to say the least. But in this video, I want to uncover things that I wish I knew as a newer agent or when I just started this career. And I want to kind of give you all the pieces of the puzzle so that you have a clear expectation on what it actually takes to become wealthy in real estate, because I feel like I was a little bit lied to. And in my opinion, being a real estate agent alone is going to be a really hard way to get there. Now, can it be done? Absolutely. But it's a lot harder than it needs to be. Now, with that being said, in this video, I'm going to tell you how being a real estate agent is still a great thing, but I'm going to show you how to stack it with multiple streams of income so that you can eventually become a millionaire a lot easier. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the real estate sales business. Now, what I want to call this is the cash flow engine. This is the very first puzzle piece. And the reason this is the first puzzle piece is because a lot of people, when they start out in real estate, they don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of skill and they're just learning the game. So being a real estate agent can be a great way to learn the game and raise capital. The best part is you're going to be learning sales skills, you're going to be learning about properties, you're going to be learning a lot of different things. So if you're a real estate agent right now, or if you're even thinking about becoming a real estate agent, I wouldn't skip this step because this step is very important and it's going to build a solid foundation. On top of that, you're always going to have a license to go make money and raise capital without having to invest your money per se, like you would have to do as a real estate agent, unless you're wholesaling, of course, which is a whole different beast. But I do want to talk to you about the importance of having a cash flow engine, because even when we talk about the other strategies in this video, the more lucrative ones per se, you're still going to want a foundation of that cash flow engine. So anytime you need to go raise capital, or if you just want to use that cash flow to, work in your investment business, you want to be able to have that. Plus, you're going to be able to stack a lot of core skills that will help you in your other aspects of real estate. Now, I don't want to undermine the cash flow engine because this cash flow engine can make you good money. Many real estate agents who are successful make 6 figures a year. Some even make multiple 6 figures a year. And there are some that even make 7 figures. So don't discount the cash flow engine, but just know this is a cash flow engine. And I would definitely put it in that bucket and not view it as the end all be all thing. Because if you do that, you could end up in a predicament where you always have to go sell a house to make your next check and you never have any financial freedom. Now, this is a place that you don't want to be in. Now, another problem with this is being a real estate agent is not super high leverage. When you're a real estate investor, you have money working for you, you have hard assets, you have pay down, you have some different tax advantages, you have a lot of different things going on. So as a real estate agent, you don't have the leverage piece that you need to become super wealthy. And that's why if you look at some of the most wealthy people in real estate, they're oftentimes investors. Next, let's talk about the stepping stone into real estate investing. Now that you have your cash flow business set up, it's time to take some of that cash flow and start looking for your first investment. Now, the way I did this is I actually unlocked a house hack using a FHA loan. I lived in one of the properties in a multifamily property and I ended up moving in. I rented out the other unit And that property has been tremendous because it cash flows every month from the rent. I pay down my mortgage. I have a really inexpensive place to live. So it's allowed me to save up a lot more money, be a lot more flexible with my business investing. And it's really been a game changer. So that's the very first step, is get your first asset under management. From there, I want to tell you about this next step, which is unlocking big chunks of capital. Step number 4 is unlocking big chunks of capital through fix and flip. Now, this is the stage that I'm heading towards now, and fix and flip is really good, but there are a lot of risk associated with it. First of all, you're gonna need to risk capital. Again, this is why you want your cash flow engine, which is your real estate sales business. And you're gonna have to manage contractors, manage budgets, all these things. And there's also a chance that you can go upside down. I actually just spoke with somebody that did a fix and flip. They're 9 months into the project and they're upside down by like $50,000. Now, this is dangerous because from here, you can actually go backwards. You have your cash flow engine filling up your cash buckets, but if you do fix and flip the wrong way and you don't study enough and you don't have the right experience, then you can actually end up depleting those cash buckets and having to start off at zero. Again, this is why you want your cash flow engine good, because worst case scenario, if that were to happen, you still have the skill of generating money to be able to buy more assets with your cash flow engine, which is your main foundation business. But when all things go right, fix and flip can be tremendous. I know fix and flippers that make $40, $80, $120,000 per flip. Now, $120,000 per flip is very high, but I've seen a lot of fix and flippers that make a lot of money per flip. And the coolest part about this is these big chunks can come in while your cash flow engine is over here working along, which is your real estate sales business, where you're out showing clients, listing homes, doing all that kind of stuff. So you're really in the real estate game now. You have one property that's really cutting down your expenses. You have multiple things going on with fix and flip. And then you also have your traditional real estate sales business that you're getting consistent commission checks coming in the door with, which is a beautiful thing. Now let's talk about the final step, which is building long-term wealth. Now that you have these buckets filling up even more with the fix and flip income, it's time to start looking at long-term assets to build your wealth, so that if you eventually want to walk away from your cash flow engine and stop trading time for money, you can totally do that. Now, if you love selling real estate, then stay selling real estate. There's nothing wrong with it. But to have that flexibility to be able to say no and not need to say yes to every single client, even if you don't want to work with them, is amazing. So when you start building this long-term wealth, you're going to start going out and looking at assets, and you're going to try to get a return on the cash that you've built from your fix and flip and your cash flow engine. When you put that money to work, it's going to start creating residual income through your rental properties. You're going to start getting appreciation, and as time ticks on, you're going to become more and more wealthy. Now, if this is done right, within 10 years, you can be in a totally different place than you're in right now. And that's the best thing about it. Now, I wanted to make this video because it's so important to have these conversations as real estate agents, because I feel a lot of real estate agents never have these talks, and they end up in a predicament where they're just selling real estate forever and they never get out of it. And that's not a place that I ever wanted to be. I got into this industry to eventually build wealth, and I know a lot of other real estate agents have that same mindset. So I hope this video opens your eyes, and if it does, drop in the comment below, what properties have you bought? Are you looking to fix and flip? Are you in the buy and hold stage? Where are you currently at? I'd love to connect with you, and if you like this kind of content about building your real estate empire, smash the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate and entrepreneurship. So if you like that kind of content and you haven't subscribed yet, smash the like button and subscribe. And before we go, there isn't a video over here that we think you'll like, so be sure to check that out as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and you have a great day.